Welcome back to Par Breakers Golf Academy. My name's Bernard Sheridan. I'm so glad that you're with us. And welcome to our first-time viewers. We're looking at the swing of Martin Kaymer today, the winner of the 2014 Players Championship. And we congratulate Martin on his tour victory. It's just like the fifth major, so it's really a very daunting task to win the Players. It's not very easy. So we usually are seeing top players win this event. And it's a rarity that we see brand new players winning the event, or players who are not pretty much made their brand or mark on the PGA Tour. So as we take a look at Martin's swing here, and I just want to zoom in a little bit on this, and we're going to see that at address, Martin is in a really good position here. He's hitting a gap wedge, and what I want you to notice is that his feet aren't real wide, and I see a lot of players when they're hitting irons that are higher handicap players, they have a tendency to try to get their base really wide, and especially with a shorter club, your feet are going to be very close together with a shorter club, even with a full swing, and what I mean by that is about a foot apart. That's those feet are stacked. Everything is stacked right over top of each other. Now, what I mean by that is that ankles and knees and hips, they're all in line. If we were to look at this at a face-on position, which unfortunately this swing I do not have it face-on, I only have down the line, but we would notice that his ankles and his knees and his hips are all stacked on top of each other. And I want you to notice too that his upper body is standing very tall. Okay, so he's not hunched over a lot, and this is a great position for setup. And as he goes back, what we're going to take a look here is that left arm connection to his torso, and how his left arm is straight across his body. And we're also going to notice that right hip, as his shoulders turn away and his arms start to lift, and those hands lift straight up, okay? So in other words, those hands aren't working around his body. If we were to draw a line straight down here, let's do that. Let's just draw a line straight down on his hands, right over his feet. And if we take a look and see how those hands just kind of work their way right up that line, and that's a really great position, and as those shoulders start to turn away, that tailbone starts to rotate, and that right hip starts to move straight back as he moves up to the top. And as he starts back down, what I want you to notice is his hands again are right on that line, okay, right into impact, and that left arm is just falling straight down along that line as he rotates that left hip out of the way to clear for impact. And now as he comes through, those arms again, they still go straight down that line. Now if we were looking at swing plane here, and let's take a look at that real quick, and an understanding of the downswing and the through swing, and if we take a look at that, and I'm just going to draw a line right on the shaft, and then the other thing that I'm going to draw a line here with is right at his torso, and we'll see how as his hands work their way up that plane of his torso plane, then he lifts up the shoulder and gets back down to torso plane here, okay, because Martin is a torso planer. So in other words, his hands are going to ride on that white line, which is right around his torso, and then that shaft is going to come right parallel to that line to stay on plane and up and through to a full finish. And here's another thing that we want to take a look at that is some great things at finish, is how he's really up on that toe, at back foot, and his shoulder has gotten well to the target. Now, unfortunately for Martin, this particular shot didn't work out as well as he hoped because he got a bad kick. He just cleared the hill and got a bad kick, and the ball kicked left, and then he ended up chipping on, but he turned it around and sunk a 28-foot putt to save par and go on to win. So it was excellent for him as a recovery. But the things that I really want you to notice the most about Martin's swing is hands are not really working their way around his body or very much inside. Those hands are riding right up on that foot line. And as he comes back down into his plane, just to impact, his hands again are just falling straight down that line and right through. Now, the video that you can watch, which I also put up today, I put the video up this morning, is Sink Your Swing. And what that does is it shows you how the arms fall in the swing and how to sync the rotation of your body through impact with that same swing. And that link is right up here in the top left corner. And you can take a look at that video also. And that's really what's going to help you lead to really good ball striking, creating a tremendous amount of power, just like Martin does, and some accuracy to go along with it. So we'd like to congratulate Martin on his win at the Players. And I'd like to remind you that we put out a new video every single week. So don't forget to subscribe, and you'll get a new video every single week. And we also put out a weekly podcast on iTunes. So if you want to hop up to iTunes and subscribe to our iTunes podcast, it's a weekly golf instruction podcast. And also, after you listen to that, if you want to hop up there and leave us a review, we would love that. And we'd love to see any of your comments down below this video. So thanks so much for watching. For Par Breakers Golf Academy, located in Limerick, PA, I'm Bernard Sheridan. And until we meet next week, try to keep it in the short grass.